Alright, today I've got two different brands of carriers for you today. I've got the Lillebaby Airflow and the Ergobaby Ventus. We're going to compare the differences between these two similar carriers. We'll start with a comparison of the waistbands. Both the Ergo and the Lillebaby have the safety elastic on the waistband instead of the 3-point safety buckle of some other brands. So you're going to have a standard buckle on the waistband and on all of the other clips. The overall length of the padded portion of the Ergobaby is a little bit longer, which is typically good. It just means that for some smaller wearers, you're only going to be able to tighten it to a certain extent. When looking at the width of the padded portion, the Lillebaby carrier is a little bit thicker in padding than the Ergobaby carrier, and that's just a slight difference, but it is a difference in padding. The Ergo is a little more flexible, while the Lillebaby has a bit of a stiffer padding. On the Lillebaby waistband, there is also a lumbar support piece. This helps distribute the weight along your back more efficiently. The Ergobaby does not have a lumbar support piece. Alright, let's take a look at the back panels now. On the Ergo, the back panel is comprised of a center panel of mesh and a solid material on the sides. On the back panel of the Lillebaby, you have a mesh center panel and then mesh panels on both of the sides. The back panel of the Ergo carrier is a fixed width. That means that the width from here to here, which makes the seat for the child, is going to be the same regardless of the size of the child. This means that if your child does not have the leg length to span the width of this seat, you will need to use an infant insert. It also means that the carrier does not allow for forward facing out, which requires a more narrow seat. The Lillebaby carrier has a variable width seat. Right now it's set to a wide setting. However, when these flaps are removed and tucked in, you can see that it can have a more narrow seat. This allows for infants as small as 7 pounds to use the Lillebaby carrier without an insert, and it also allows for a forward-facing out position because the seat does become narrow enough. The panel height of the Ergo from the waistband to where the shoulder straps begin is also a fixed height. This means that regardless of the height of your child, you will have the same height carrier. The Lillebaby carrier has a variable height as well. It allows for a lower height panel, or these can be unsnapped and clipped up to the top here, and it extends the height of the panel. The hood of the Ergo is contained in this zipper pouch and is made of a material that feels sort of like a windbreaker material. And how this works is it snaps here and here to stabilize it at the bottom, and then it snaps up at the top to the shoulder strap. So that's the hood. And the hood of the Ergo is sewn into this pocket, which means that the hood is not removable, but it can be stowed conveniently in this pocket here. The hood of the Lillebaby is stowed in this hood pouch here, and the material that it is made of is a mesh material. It's similar to the mesh of the rest of the carrier. It is attached through these buckles, and I've removed this side so you can see that the hood of the Lillebaby carrier is completely removable, and that would be attached onto this piece here. And then it works just by snapping these two pieces to the top of the shoulder strap, similar to how the Ergo attaches, but you don't have an additional attachment point down here. This is the interior of the Ergo carrier. It is mesh throughout with the exception of this part here, and this is where the hood is stored on the other side. And all three panels on the interior are made of mesh. This is the interior of the Lillebaby carrier, and it is mesh throughout with the exception of these two tabs here. And those two tabs can be used in conjunction with the infant safety strap, and that is just a positioning assistant to help keep little babies from sliding around inside the carrier. It's not the same as an insert. On to the shoulder straps. Now the padding of the Ergo starts here, just above this little reflective strip. This is the beginning of the padding. You can see I'm sort of making a line there where the padding starts. And the length of the straps is actually quite different. The Ergo is several inches shorter than the Lillebaby, which some people prefer and some people don't. So the material of the underside of the straps is a mesh material on the Ergo, and on the newer versions of the Airflow, it is a cotton material. Now Lillebaby recently changed this because the underside of their straps also used to be mesh, but they had several complaints of discomfort from the mesh rubbing, particularly under the arms, and so Lillebaby has changed that to a cotton underside of the strap, just like the top portion. The straps on the Ergo carrier are single adjust. That means they have one way of adjusting, and that is by pulling on this strap here or loosening here. So when you're wearing, the only option is to pull on this strap. Now if you are in a front carry, that's a really simple matter. You just pull toward your front. However, in a back carry, it becomes more awkward and you have to use some tricks, like the video I have on adjusting a single directional strap. The Lillebaby carrier has two-way adjustable straps, so you can adjust by pulling this way or by pulling this way. Now you can see it's a different direction of pull. However, it's adjusting the same strap, which is this strap here. So depending on whether you're doing a front or back carry, you will want to pull a different portion of the strap to get the correct angle for the position that you're using. So in a front carry, you want to pull towards your front, so you would be using this strap. In a back carry, you can also pull towards your front by using this strap. Alright, let's take a look at the chest clip of the Ergo. The chest clip of the Ergo is a simple buckle here on some webbing, and it is adjusted by sliding this up and down along these lines here. So you just slide that up and down, and that is how you adjust the height. This is the chest clip of the Lillebaby. Now it is again a simple chest clip, and it has a padded portion underneath the clip to keep the clip from rubbing against your body. And it has a mesh underneath, and this is just a little piece of cushion here. The straps are adjusted by sliding this piece along this webbing here. So you just slide all of this up, slide it down to adjust the height of the chest clip. This is the Ergo, and I am using a 32-inch tall child. You can see the panel comes sufficiently high enough up on her back. She is supported in an M shape, her bottom down here, and her knees are up higher. The panel isn't coming all the way to her knees, but that's not necessary. Once they start walking, the support just needs to keep them in the M shape. Here is the Lillebaby carrier. Again, I have a 32-inch tall child. She is supported in an M shape with her bottom down here and her knees up here. You can see on this one that the fabric is wider across the seat. It is coming closer to her knee than in the Ergo. Also, the panel height here is not quite as tall as in the Ergo. However, you do have the option of increasing the panel height even further. So the Ergo is somewhere between with the headrest down and with the headrest up. And I'll just show you, if you clip this up, this is how high the panel would be. For my comfort, I'm definitely feeling a little pressure in my shoulders and in my hips. You can see here where the strap is and where the padding is. And while it is comfortable, I wish that there were more padding up, particularly in the shoulders, and I'm definitely feeling a pull across the shoulder blade area where the chest clip is. As far as my comfort goes, I do feel that this is more comfortable. The padding is a little more cushy in the Lillebaby. I also have the lumbar support piece, which is helping to distribute the weight so I'm not getting that strip of webbing across my back. I've got the lumbar support. And then of course the pull across my shoulders is decreased due to the increase in the padding of the shoulder straps.